I knew from the first time that alcohol touched my lips that there was something different about it for me. And I always wanted to drink after I had my first drink when I was like, young kid at the dinner table with my family. And, moving forward into my early teens, I started using cocaine at a young age. I was drinking excessively. I was taking pain pills and Xanax and all kinds of stuff like that. And I was always a good guy. I just kept making really bad decisions, and my addiction and my alcoholism just completely took over. And my life was completely unmanageable, and I was always just full of anxiety, full of depression, and just always looking for that sense of relief and that escape. And that's what I had found through using different substances, was that escape and that feeling of like everything was going to be okay. And my life was like a train wreck, for so many years. It was just like, getting in trouble and, with the law, possession charges, DUI, stuff like that. And I would put a little bit of sobriety time together, and then ultimately I would always relapse, and it would just be like this just circle, like constantly the same thing over and over and over again. It's like I used to weigh 100 more pounds than I do right now. I used to, I used to smoke crack cocaine. I was an IV drug user. I was shooting heroin every single day for over 6 years of my life. I didn't love myself, and I was always looking for these external things to like make me feel love. Probably about like 12 years ago, I had one of my buddies coming over from Miami, and he actually brought a guy with him that had some ketamine. Okay, and that was my first experience with it. It wasn't in a clinic like this one, and I have to say that it didn't get me completely sober, but that night after I had my experience, the next day when I woke up, I felt different than I had felt in a really long time. And the depression was gone, and the anxiety was gone. And it was like magical. It was like I was a kid again. I had a completely divine experience my first time. And I had an out-of-body experience where I went out into space, and Jesus was there. And I was like in the presence of like divinity. And I reached out, and I was a being made of light, and I put my hand on Jesus's arm. It's crazy, I know. And it was the most euphoric, loving feeling that I'd ever felt in my entire life. And all of a sudden, I just knew that everything was gonna be okay. Do I look at myself as a completely religious person? No, I'm more of a spiritual being, but that was my experience, and that's what happened to me. It changed my life. It gave me so much more hope. I didn't know if I believed in anything. I didn't know. I was so agnostic. It's is there anything? I don't know if I believe in God. It's a great thought, this and that, but it gave me faith that everything was gonna be okay, no matter what. And that was the spiritual effect that the medicine had on me that time. But the actual relief that I got from it, from the depression and the anxiety, was completely profound and amazing. It was like no kind of relief or good feeling that I had got from taking any other kind of substances before. And see, that was just one night, okay? So I got this amazing effect from it, but if I would have known that you needed to do more treatments and actually do it properly, like what we're doing here, it could have been a complete game changer for me. I knew there was something to it, but ultimately I didn't have anybody to talk to about it. I didn't have anybody to integrate my experience with or anything like that. And it was just a continuous thing where I started relapsing again and going on the wrong track. I actually had Dr. Ferber put me through the cycle of treatments that we were going to be giving our patients. And let me tell you something, it brought me to a more amazing place in my life that I possibly could have thought I could have gone to. This is what I'm here for. This is what my purpose is. And I'm living out my purpose. And my purpose is to give people hope that, you can go through a complete train wreck of a life like I did for over 20 years. And I felt completely hopeless. And I felt like I was never gonna pull myself out of the depths of the hell that I was in, living through every single day. But these medicines and this ketamine, it literally changed my life, and it took me out of that place when nothing else could. My mood went from these peaks and valleys to just cool, calm, and collected. What we'll do is we'll have somebody come in, they'll meet with Dr. Ferber, they'll get approved if Dr. Ferber thinks that they should be approved for the treatments, and that's where it all starts, you know, and he has like an hour-long session with them. Then I have people that go into his office just to meet with him during their ketamine approval, and they come out in tears, and they're just like, that helped me so much. And it's like, you haven't even started the journey yet. You know, I mean, like, you just met with the doctor, which is amazing, but it's like, from the second you walk into this door, you feel an energy shift. Jess would talk to them before they actually go in, administer the medicine. You have your own personal rooms here. It's a really nice experience, you know, where it's just aesthetically pleasing and very comfortable. Not only do we all work here, but we've all had healing from the ketamine. So we can relate to the people after their sessions. We can make them feel comfortable going into the sessions, tell them what to expect, you know, and like, I felt very strongly about that, was that everybody that worked here had to have firsthand experience with the ketamine, or else it just was like, it was just another doctor's office. At My Self Wellness, we are a true healing organism. We cater to our clients. They become part of our family. It's an extended family, you know, and we want people to feel like this is their home away from home. This isn't like a medical facility. I mean, it is, but it doesn't have that feeling to it. You know, a lot of people talk about when they go to other ketamine treatment facilities that it feels like they're going into a doctor's office. It's very clinical. They don't like that feeling. You know, it's like, we have a beautiful integration room for people to come and hang out in after their treatments. We're not throwing people out the door after their treatments when they're still disoriented from the medication. We give people organic apple juice or water after their treatments while they're coming back and integrating their sessions. We're here to talk to people, you know, it's like, we truly care. Every single person that works at this facility, it's our purpose to do what we're doing. It's our purpose to help people. And when people come into this facility, they're not just another number to us. They're literally a part of our family now.